Sagittarians, thanks for stopping by, Sunshine for the Soul. Today, your Lunar Revelations in Love reading. It's funny because I felt a little bad that it took me so long to get this reading done for you guys in the month. But when I just looked at the next new moon that's coming, it is the new moon in Sagittarius. So we are right on time to take a look at your Lunar Revelations in Love. Let's get into it. So with the full moon in Sagittarius right around the corner, which is called the Strawberry Moon, I've pulled 3 cards from the Santa Muerte deck, just kind of getting a feel for what these energies are bringing. This could be platonic love or this could be romantic love, but let's take a look. And the first card I pulled for you, Sag, was the 9 of Swords in the reverse. The 9 of Swords in reverse is Gemini energy. And you can see this character, he's got all his belongings, all his swords in a boat, and he's going somewhere. He's leaving a situation, and that could be because there's inner turmoil going on. Maybe there's an inability to see the light or to think clearly. So the 9 of Swords in the reverse, swords are about communications and thoughts. So there's a situation here where somebody says, I have no other choice but to remove myself from it. I can't see through it. I can't see clearly. It's causing me maybe even some paranoia and some inner turmoil. So the 9 of Swords in the reverse is clarified by the Valentine Wellness Love Oracle card, Not Enough. And not enough is an energy of feeling frustrated in a relationship, maybe lacking confidence. This is an energy of someone who even self-sabotages connections or moving forward. They have fear and ego issues, possibly. So this energy is someone, removing themselves out of a situation. They're going through an inner turmoil. They're in a state of frustration. They're not who they want to be. So they're jetting. And we kind of want to know who is this situation about? And when I asked, the universe gave us the Queen of Cups. Now this is divine feminine energy. And the Queen of Cups, she is an extremely intuitive person. She is emotionally stable. She's compassionate and caring. She gives her emotions freely. Her heart is open. As you can see, this Queen of Cups, she has her heart in her hands and she's extending it out. She's saying, I'm offering you this cup of love. And the Queen of Cups was clarified by addiction, codependency, obsession, possession, controlling. So in this energy, it looks like that one energy is frustrated in a relationship in regards to this Queen of Cups. This turmoil that this person is going through, Sag, is because of a connection with the Queen of Cups. And I don't read for genders. These are just energies. So reverse the roles for how they resonate with you. But in this case, this energy was possibly really obsessed about the Queen of Cups. Maybe acting a little codependently. And the third card that I pulled here was the 10 of Swords in the reverse. And the 10 of Swords in the reverse is failure or a painful ending, a devastating loss, or a deep wounding. So this has been quite the challenging situation for someone that dealt with a Queen of Cups, that had a very hard time putting things into perspective with that queen. The 10 of Swords in the reverse is clarified by the Love Oracle card, Heart with a Key. And this is, if you look at the Queen of Cups, let's go back to the Queen of Cups. She is holding this heart in her hands and she's extending it. Maybe we have a Queen of Cups who extended love to somebody. She said, here's the key to my heart. She has an open heart, and that falls in line with the attributes of a Queen of Cups. But in this case, this other energy couldn't see things clearly. They were looking at the Queen of Cups maybe in a different perspective, with that old 3D physical of possessing and wanting to control the connection. And this Queen of Cups here was like, all I was doing is offering my cup of love. So let's see, Sag, what else we have going on with this situation here. So as of right now, we have two energies. We know the Queen of Cups comes up as divine feminine energy, but we don't know what the other energy is. So let's keep going. There is an energy of a person in great turmoil, possibly in mental anguish about a Queen of Cups that they have been addicted to. And we know that all low energy behaviors like obsession or possessiveness are trying to control this Queen of Cups. Those low energy vibrations are blocked energy. They don't allow us to move forward in a connection. They keep us stuck right there. Looking at with this heart with the key too, maybe the Queen of Cups did offer her heart, and they thought that they had met the one, and they were planning on opening their heart, but in this energy, something didn't go as planned. So Sag, could you relate to this message as the Queen of Cups or as energy that has suffered a loss? We don't want anyone to sit in pain. So let's see if we can dig in a little deeper and see who this character is to the Queen of Cups. And I pulled two cards here, the Knight of Pentacles and Judgment. And both of those cards are actually in the reverse. So we know that knights are action takers. And the Knight of Pentacles, this is an energy of slow, methodical process. One step at a time. This person does not rush. They do everything by the book. They dot their I's, they cross their T's. They're slow like a tortoise. With this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, this is the energy that this knight may have been very stubborn in the past. That this knight was all in their ego and possibly even acted selfishly or cold to this queen. So we asked, who was this other energy to the queen? And we know now that this was a knight in the reverse. This was a knight that wasn't quite in knightly energy. The Knight of Pentacles also moves so slow that some might find it frustrating in a relationship to not know kind of where you stand and not know whether or not you're kind of being breadcrumbed without someone verbalizing and communicating, hey, I like to take things at a micro level, very slow. I'm getting back on my feet again. But if you don't communicate that, then the other person doesn't know, and that can cause a lot of confusion. But looks like this queen wasn't having any type of this behavior. She probably was thinking she was being breadcrumbed. Even if the knight didn't mean to have it come across that way, that is how it would have been taken. And the Judgment in the reverse, as you can see, this is a whole family unit on this card. So this is the energy of someone who made a poor or hasty judgment. This is Judgment card number 20. It's making a decision, calling judgment on a situation. And in this case, and it kind of looks like to me that this knight may have listened to the opinions of family or close friends, and for whatever reason had influenced this knight against possibly going towards this Queen of Cups. And I only say that because the Judgment card just has so many other characters there standing around kind of suffocating, and even the dude in the coffin, the skeleton, is like reaching up in the center of them all. So it seems to me like there was a strong outside influence, possibly family and friends that were judgmental of this Queen of Cups, denying himself the experience of possibly getting to know this queen. Maybe he had some friends razzing him, giving him shit for some reason, but shame on this energy if they listened. That would be a hard lesson learned. Divine Masculine, if this is your energy and you are the knight and you have made some poor decisions based on other people's opinions about a Queen of Cups, and we have all been here in our lives, we need to see how the universe feels about how we can move this forward. Like, what's the universe's opinion on the situation that happened? And the card I pulled, the first one, out of the Rider-Waite deck. This huge deck of cards, if you look at the picture, they're just giant. They're like the size of my hands, but that's why I like to think of my Rider-Waite deck as my universe deck, because it's the biggest, hardest handled deck I have. That did not come out right. Strike that. Let's keep moving forward. The High Priestess. This is the feminine counterpart to the Hierophant. The High Priest is psychic. She uses her intuition. She can see the beginning, the middle, and the end of situations. She's very good at stepping back and look at things from different perspective. She manifests it how she wants things to go. And with this card coming out, I think it's the universe reminding this knight and this queen that they hold the power to manifest what their heart desires. Universe says, use your intuition. Go into a quiet time of contemplation. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. If something didn't go as planned and you didn't get the ending that you wanted, maybe it's time to sit in retrospection and the universe will help bring clarity to you. But you have to be open to hear it and receive it. And if you've got all this gunky energy and you're harboring resentfulness and you're angry and you're in that victim mode and the woe is me mode and oh, it didn't work out and oh, I screwed this one up for good. Well, as long as you stay in that energy, you're not going to move. You're choosing to stay in that self-imposed prison of those emotions. But the universe is saying that if you listen, if you get out of that mentality, you look at that as a lesson and be open to the universe and say, what is it that you are trying to show me? The universe will bring clarity. And the next card I pulled, Sag, is the Ace of Wands. And that's in the physical, being able to manifest your excitement, your passions, your desires. This could also be that this knight was thinking with his wand initially, and maybe that's what got him in trouble. This is great. All right, so this is a focus, people. Don't get caught up on the wand. This is a passionate new beginning. The universe says, if you want something, to go and get it. Don't think with your wand. Think with your heart. Think with your intuition. It's time to be daring and brave. It's time to step back into your power. It's time to be the warrior that you are. Don't sit in this self-loathing, low energy, self-imposed prison. All right, Sag. And the last card that I pulled for your reading in the lunar energies of love is the Page of Pentacles. Pages are messengers. Only you can manifest your new beginnings. Go make an offer, or at least communicate the truth of how you feel and see what happens. She's a Queen of Cups in the upright. Let your heart guide you, and that's what she will do when you approach her. So in this situation, this night that kind of botched, it looks like an attempt with a Queen of Cups. The universe is very clear, telling us to move past that. Look at the lesson for what it held. Learn to listen to your heart and follow your intuition so you don't make those rookie mistakes anymore. And that's part of our spiritual process, part of our awakening. It says that if you want something, you need to go out and get it. The universe isn't going to drop it into your lap. And I'll kind of end this reading with this story, and I'm sure you've heard it before, but there is a person who is marooned out in the middle of the ocean, and they're floating on this rubber tube, and they can't see land. They're out in the middle of nowhere, and they pray, oh God, come and save me, come and save me. So a couple hours later, this ship comes by, big horn blows, and they're throwing out the net, and they're throwing out that little ring, and the person is pushing those things away, and they're going, grab it, and he says, no, I can't. God's gonna save me. And they just shrug their shoulders, and the ship goes on, and then a big helicopter comes, and the lights are flashing, it's going whoo, 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 and there's ripples in the water, and they're throwing down the rope, and the person floating on the tube in the ocean looks up, and he won't grab the line, and they're going, grab it. No, I can't. God's gonna save me. So what this story is telling us is that don't be so close-minded in seeing how the universe will bring things to you, bring clarity to you, will bring solutions to you. The universe is walking by your side, walks hand in hand with you. They want you to have abundance, but you have to save yourself. You have to take the steps to get out of the situations and the energies of the past, the old belief patterns, the old programming, the conditioning. And in this story, it looked like maybe some family conditioning. Maybe the family was saying, saying, oh, well, that Queen of Cups is divorced. Once married, always married. You shouldn't be going after somebody that's divorced. And some laugh about that, but I'm telling you, coming out of, being a 70s child, that was the mentality that legalistic churches were teaching for quite a few years, that if you were married to somebody, you were looked at as always married. And we know now that marriage in that context is a societal marriage, whereas we're not separate from source and we're not separate from each other. There's always a union between us if we choose. So those ways are kind of old and antiquated. So that family may have put pressure on this knight and caused this knight to make some poor decisions in regards to a Queen of Cups that he obviously cared deeply about. But the Queen of Cups looks healed and her heart is open. And if you understand of Queen of Cups, then they would understand that she's very forgiving and that there's always an opportunity to go in and make things right. So Sag, if you enjoyed this message with all of its eccentrics, subscribe, put your energy towards this community, like the video. I really appreciate that so much, and I hope you enjoyed our little time together, and I will see you again in your next reading. I'm trying to do each zodiac sign one reading a month. Right now my internet is kind of a little sketchy. I don't have large capabilities of uploading a lot of content, so bear with me as that situation will improve, but I will at least get you one reading every month, and appreciate you so much. Have a great day. Peace.